Well, thanks for joining me. Good morning. Paul saying here to the husband and the wife, do not deprive one another of sexual intimacy. He says, except perhaps by agreement, not you agree with yourself, or the wife agrees with herself by herself. He says, except by agreement one with another, right? You're agreeing together. He says, for a limited time. So you can't, Paul is saying again, husband and wife shouldn't come into agreement and say, well, we're not going to have any kind of physical intimacy for a month or for 3 months or something like that. He says it has to be a limited time. And I'm thinking a short time, that you may devote yourself to prayer. And the reason for that is not because I'm under stress or I'm busy at work or, I'm having a headache or, something like that. I'm being a bit facetious there. Now, he's saying the reason why you would decide not to be intimate with your spouse is because you want to give yourself to something spiritual, to prayer. Let's say prayer and fasting. But he says, after, come again together. Come together again. All right, this is important. So that Satan, remember we've got an enemy, the devil, Satan. So that Satan may not tempt you. Because the devil knows that this is one of the biggest areas in which he can destroy marriages. Infidelity is one of the biggest reasons for divorce. Financial problems, but infidelity is big. The woman, the wife may not be meeting the needs of the husband. She doesn't think it's important anymore. We're married, and why are you always thinking about that? Or the husband may not be doing that for his wife, whatever reason. And it drives a wedge between them, and they begin to go searching outside of marriage for physical, romantic satisfaction. He says, so that Satan may not tempt you because of your lack of self-control. Almost any person given the right situation can end up in a position where they are subject to temptation and they can eventually succumb. We know of pastors, of so many different people who have fallen prey to sexual temptations. He says, do not deprive one another. That is their right. The person is a human being, they have a need, and that's their right. He said, except by agreement, and again for a limited time. And it's because you want to give yourself to prayer. But then he says, come again. Do come together again, so that Satan may not tempt you because of your lack of self-control. I mean, managing that area of our lives takes a lot of self-control and discipline. But remember, the enemy is always working, stirring up the flesh. And we live in a world today where there's so much that is out there to kind of stir up those passions within us. Amen. Bless God. We'll continue with the next verse tomorrow.